we are going to talk about future and present tense. So last week we talked about how we can talk about the future using verbs or action words in the future tense, something that's going to happen after right now. Something about English is we can use the present progressive or present continuous to talk about something that's happening right now or something that is happening in the future. So present progressive or present continuous, if you'll remember from a while back when we had this lesson, I will have a link to the review lesson for this. It should just pop up on your screen and you can click it if you need to review. But the present progressive or the present continuous is when you have the subject like I, he, she, it, they, you, we, and then you have a form of be in the present tense like am, is, or are. And then instead of just putting the verb by itself, you add ing at the end. So I am walking to the store. And we know that that's present progressive or present continuous, right? So I just wanted to review how the present progressive is used to talk about something that's happening right now in the moment. So if somebody asked, how are you feeling? So this doctor is asking, how are you feeling? The patient says, I am feeling good. So when they say this, they're talking about how they feel right now in the moment. So that's why it's in the present. That's why it's being used to talk about right now. This next one, the doctor's asking, what is wrong? And the patient says, I am feeling, see, we have the ing and then the subject, and then am. I am feeling pain in my lower back. So the doctor's asking the question and the patient is saying what's wrong with them right now. For this one, this person's asking, where is George? And this person says he is using the bathroom. You'll see that, again, we have the subject, he, she, it, they, I, you, they, we, or, and then the form of be that goes with it, with the subject, so it's is instead of am or are. And then they have ing on the verb use, right? He is using the bathroom. So that means right now in the moment, he is using the bathroom. Okay, so this one is a negative, and we learned how to make a negative. All we have to do is put not before the verb, the ing verb. So this one says, this line is not moving. So that means right now, in the moment, the line is not moving and everybody's just standing there. So that would be used to talk about right now in the moment. But we can use the present progressive to talk about the future. So I know that sounds confusing because we spent all this time learning about how present means in the moment, not future, right? But in English, when we use the present progressive, since it's continuous, the verb is continuous, we can use it to talk about something that is not happening right now, but will happen, right, in the future, because will, future, it will happen. So for example, I have these two people talking, and this person says, what are you doing after work? And this person responds, they say, I am walking to the store. So right now, this person is sitting at a desk. So when they say, I am walking to the store, they're not doing it right now, but they will. They are talking about the future. Because this person asked, what are you doing after work? So after work is over, which is in the future, they are going to walk to the store. Or they could say, I am walking to the store. So this person doesn't feel good, so they say, I am going to bed when I get home. They aren't home right now, and they're not in bed right now. So when they say, I am going to bed when I get home, they're talking about the future. That's what they plan on doing, right? And for this one, she is going on a date tonight. So it has she is, and then we've got the ing. She is going on a date tonight. She is not on the date in the moment in the present, but we can use the present progressive or the present continuous, that ing, even though we learned that this is telling us it's the present right here, is or am or are. That lets us know it's the present. Even though the sentence has, we use it to talk about the present, since the person is not doing it right now, they're talking about the future. So that's the way that you can tell if when somebody uses this in English, when you hear somebody use this, if you can't see them doing it right now, it means that they will do it in the future. It's about the future, not right now. So, so that's how you can help you understand when somebody is using it in English about the future or if they're using it about the present. And when you use it, when you try to say it, just remember that when you say it, you can use it to talk about something that's happening right now in the moment, or you can use it to talk about something in the future, something that will happen, something that you're planning on doing. So present progressive tense. So we use it to talk about an action that is happening right now. So if we had the sentence, I am working. So if you were at work and your son or your sister called you on the phone and they said, what are you doing right now? You would say, I am working. Because in the moment, you are working. You are at work right now in the moment. But we use it to talk about an action that will happen in the future. So you could say, I am working on Saturday. So this sentence just says, I am working. This one says, I am working on Saturday. So this sentence is talking about the future because it has on Saturday in the sentence. It's talking about something that isn't happening right now. So this one could be somebody asks, what are you doing on Saturday? You could say, I am working on Saturday. So that would be to use the present progressive using ing on a verb to talk about the future. So I'm gonna show you a little bit of the differences that there are between the two. So for this question, what are you doing at 4? The sentence says, we are leaving. What are you doing right now? We are leaving. So you'll see that these two sentences are exactly the same. There's nothing different about these. The only difference is one is talking about the future and one is talking about the present. So what do you think that this sentence is talking about the future or the present? Which do you think it's talking about? And we'll be able to figure it out by looking at the question. So this person said, "What are you doing at 4?" In English, when somebody brings up a time or a day, it usually means they're usually saying it because it isn't happening right now. It is not happening right now. So this sentence is talking about the future. We are leaving. What are you doing at 4? We are leaving. So this sentence is about the future because the person is asking, what are you doing at 4? What are you doing right now? We are leaving. Now, do you think this is the present or the future? It's going to be the present because in the question it asked, what are you doing right now in the moment? So this sentence we're using the present progressive to talk about the present, what's happening right now. This sentence is using the present progressive tense to talk about the future. So this next group of questions. So when are you going to work? So you'll see that I have 2 answers here. I am leaving and I am leaving at 7. Which one do you think is the future and which one is the present? The present is the first one and the future is the second one. And I'll show you how you can tell. So if somebody said, when are you going to work? And you said, I am leaving, or you asked, when are you going to work? And the person you asked said, I am leaving. That would mean that they are doing it right now in the moment because there's nothing in the sentence that says, that tells you that it's about the future. However, this sentence, I am leaving at 7, it's telling you a time. So it's saying that this is happening in the future at 7. So that's why this one is future and this one is present. So when you're using the present progressive to talk about the future, you can use words that help people know you are talking about the future. So, for example, we have this sentence. What are you doing? Where are you going? These are 2 questions. If you asked somebody, what are you doing? Or where are you going? That would mean if you are asking them, what are you doing right now? Where are you going right now? But if you said, what are you doing tomorrow? That means you're talking about the future, right? Because tomorrow is the future. It's after right now. So what are you doing tomorrow? So that would help people know that you're talking about the future. What are they doing in the future tomorrow? This other question, where are you going next week? So again, the words next and next week, help to tell us that what the question is asking is about the future, not right now. It's about the future. So that's a way that you can help people know you're talking about the future. Sometimes people in English, you could use these 2 questions and ask somebody about the future. You don't always have to put words that talk about the future, like tomorrow, next week, or in 2 hours, or what are you doing at 7 o'clock. You don't need to have them. They just help people know that you're talking about the future. But for example, if somebody was having a conversation and I was talking to my sister and I was telling her how busy I am going to be this weekend. So I say, I'm going to be so busy this weekend. And my sister asks, oh, what are you doing? I would know that she is asking me about the future. Even though she's not saying, what are you doing this weekend? I would know because of what I said that she is asking me about the future. So I can respond with in the present progressive tense to talk about the future. So if I said, I am so busy this weekend, my sister asks, what are you doing? I could say, oh, I am cleaning my house, or I am fixing my car. Things like that. Or I am going to the doctor and the grocery store. You can use it to talk about the future. So just because someone uses the present progressive and they don't have the word tomorrow or next week, it doesn't mean that they are not talking about the future. They could be talking about the future, but you just have to listen to the conversation and see if they're talking about right now in the moment or if they are talking about in the future. But if you're talking about the future or right now in the moment, you can use the present progressive for both.